Good morning, Marianas. It is Friday here in Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda. Yeah, we're all on the same day. We're all in the same time zone, and we are all looking at the skies, looking at the clouds and saying, what the heck is going on? Good morning, everybody. It's great to see all of you. Reminder, we're going to be talking about weather a lot today, and our weather is brought to you by the good folks over at Atkins Kroll. They've got Toyota. They got Lexus. Do they have you? Well, if you want to make sure that your car, your truck, your SUV is good to go all day long, you want to give them a ring and check them out. I'm a big fan, and they're a big fan of you too, and that's why they want to make sure your weather is taken care of, and that's what we're looking at right there. You are looking at what used to be a tropical storm that is no longer a tropical storm. You are looking at a typhoon. It's official. Bobby, it all growed up. Bobby is now a typhoon and making its way to the Marianas. Boy, I say it like I'm really excited for it. I am absolutely not. I couldn't be less excited about it. The track has moved a lot. And by the way, we're going to see a lot of that wobbling. Later in the show today, we're going to have Landon Idlet from the National Weather Service on to give us a heads up on what's happening. We're also going to talk to the mayors and find out what's shaking all around. Right now, though, let's tell you what's happening with Bobby, our favorite storm that we want to go away. In fact, we had one of our viewers is like, hey, what about, can we call it like bye-bye? I'm like, okay, I got like bye-bye. All right, I'll give it to you. I'll give you a little bit on that one. Here's what we got. It is now officially a typhoon. Storm was upgraded overnight after a steady trend of intensification with maximum sustained winds reaching 80 miles per hour. Remember, tropical storm force winds 39 miles an hour to 73 miles per hour. Well, here we are. It right now is Category 1 strength, and rapid intensification is expected to begin at any time. This according to the National Weather Service and their release that came out this morning at 7:30. That's why we got a little bit of a later start, because we were getting that prepared for you. Joint Typhoon Warning Center's 7 a.m. bulletin placed top Typhoon Bobby it tells you where it is, about 715 miles southeast of Saipan, 760 miles east of Guam, moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. That's a good thing that it's moving fast as opposed to what happened with Sinlaku. We all know. All right, in the Typhoon Warning Center's reasoning, it says the environment is optimal for rapid intensification, which could start imminently. The forecast now peaks at 167 miles per hour Sunday afternoon before holding near 161 through Monday's passage. Under the steering of subtropical ridging to the north, Bobby's expected to turn westward for a period before resuming a west-northwest track. The latest forecast still takes the super typhoon through the Marianas, passing just south of Tinian in the mid to late Monday morning hours. The alert was prepared by the Warning Coordination Meteorologist Landon Idlet, our buddy, our friend. He leaned hard on the uncertainty that remains at least 2 to 3 days out. He says, keep in mind, this is a forecast, not a guarantee. It said that the adding the changes can still occur. The overall track could still shift farther south and closer to Guam or farther north. And shifts in timing and intensity may also occur as Bobby approaches. So it remains a significant threat for all of the Mariana Islands. Current forecast tracks continue to indicate a grim outlook for the Marianas, and all residents across Guam and the CNMI should plan for and anticipate at least tropical storm conditions, with the islands closest to the passage taking a direct hit, seeing much stronger conditions. Residents should take steps now to protect life and property. Right now, though, there's no tropical cyclone watch or warning in effect, because remember, that's 48 and 96 hours out. And special weather statements remain in place for Chuuk, Pohnpei, Kosrae as the storm passes north of the FSM. As a reminder, folks, in the Marianas, shelters on Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda open today at 3 p.m. That's today at 3 p.m. for the shelters. So we've got all that info. Also, on our website. In case you don't know, we've got it on the social media channels too, but if you look on the website, it's pretty easy to find. It's easy to search and all that other stuff. This just came out last night. So if you didn't see it last night and you didn't check yet this morning, it's okay. Don't worry. But now you know. Shelters across Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda open today at 3 p.m. So emergency shelters are going to open at 3 p.m. according to the Joint Information Center. And they're also urging residents in the tents and under temporary roofs and in storm-compromised homes to relocate before conditions deteriorate. 3 shelters were open in Saipan: Cagman High School, Marianas High School, and Coblerville Elementary School. All right, so those are the 3 shelters in Saipan: Cagman High School, Marianas High School, Coblerville Elementary School. On Tinian, you've got Tinian Head Start and Tinian Elementary School. On Rhoda, the shelter is Dr. Rita Hukug Enos Junior Senior High School. Now, the folks who are in tents and temporary roof repairs, you got to know those are not designed to withstand tropical storm or typhoon force winds. And residents are either strongly urged to relocate to a designated shelter or to structurally sound elevated concrete buildings. Homeland Security Emergency Management advises dismantling those tents before weather conditions worsen and following the official guidance on their guide online. There's a link for it on our website as well. Vulnerable individuals who identify as special needs will be contacted directly and offered assistance. Residents in low-lying areas in homes compromised by Super Typhoon Sinlaku or are unsure about the safety of their housing are also encouraged to move to safer locations early. Those seeking shelter should go to the location nearest their residence and come prepared. Bring essential items, including some bedding, food, drinking water, and important documents. Present a valid form of ID on entry and limit your belongings to essentials only, given that there's limited space in the shelter and capacity. Weapons, alcohol, illicit drugs, smoking materials, and pets are not allowed, with the exception of service animals and individuals who are intoxicated and under the influence of drugs will not be admitted. Residents needing transportation to the shelters can call the Emergency Operations Center State Warning Point at 237-8000 or 664-8000. Or you can call CODA, the Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority, for assistance, with passengers limited to 1 carry-on item each. There's also information about the latest forecast that comes out there, but we just gave that to you. Remember, this came out last night. We posted this, all this stuff last night as soon as we got it. And so now you know what's going on. Hey, good morning. So this is the big deal that is happening out here. We're all watching to see this storm make its way to the Marianas, and nobody's happy about it. Now, that doesn't mean it's all bad. The next couple of days are actually going to be pretty nice. So let's talk about this weather. Again, brought to you by the good folks over at Atkins Kroll. Atkins Kroll, your official weather sponsor for the NMI News Service. And you'll see them. They're getting all kinds of splash. Great time for them to jump in, right? So here's what we're looking for. The next few days, the weather is going to look like this as we get closer to the storm. Torrential rain now in Monday's forecast, as the 4th of July still looks pretty good. But even though everything's going to be on hold as people prepare, the real thing is that your weather is going to be good. You have great weather to prepare for this storm, so take advantage. National Weather Service's Friday morning forecast keeps Independence Day / Liberation Day partly sunny and workable, and then sharpens the language for what follows. Torrential rain on Monday morning as typhoon conditions become possible during Bobby's passage. Today, we're looking at partly cloudy skies with isolated showers, northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with highs around 88. A full preparation day today. The 4th of July follows partly sunny skies with isolated morning showers and thunderstorms becoming scattered in the afternoon as the storm approaches. Looking at north winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour and highs near 87. That's for tomorrow. The turn arrives Saturday night, turning breezy with north winds from 15 to 20 miles per hour. Sunday is very windy with north winds 25 to 35 miles per hour. And Sunday night brings the possible tropical storm conditions with widespread showers, near 100% chance of rain. Monday carries possible typhoon conditions with torrential rain and isolated thunderstorms in the morning, easing to scattered showers in the afternoon before the very windy conditions Monday night and windy weather on Tuesday. On the water, not where you want to be. Seas 3 to 5 feet holding through tonight. That's good. Then they built to 6 to 8 feet on Saturday, 8 to 10 feet on Saturday night with gusts up to 30 knots. And then it becomes really hazardous on Saturday afternoon as Bobby's swell arrives. The forecast synopsis continues to anticipate seas of 25 to 35 feet during the storm's passage on Sunday and Monday, with up to 40 feet possible near Bobby's center and winds as high as 140 knots near the center, according to Joint Typhoon Warning Center. The day-by-day, by the way, that's 160 miles per hour. The day-by-day marine details lists seas of 20 to 24 feet on Sunday, then 19 to 23 on Monday, with visibility of a mile or less on both days. Winds swing to the south at 30 knots Tuesday, with seas 12 to 15 as conditions begin to subside, possibly by Tuesday night. At Tenapac Harbor, an unusually low tide of minus 0.2 feet comes at 4 p.m. today, with a high just before lunch at 11:45 and another minus around 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. So that's what we're looking at for the weather for today and tomorrow. And then, all hell is going to break loose on Sunday and Monday. So hooray for us. Can't be any happier about that. Yeah, we could do it right now. Hold on one second. Sure. All right. Yeah, I think we could do this now. We've got, we're going to go double barrel mayors here in just a little bit. It looks like we've got our mayor of Saipan who's going to give us a ring. We also have lined up for a phone call this morning, Mayor Abrihukuk, to find out how things are shaping up over there in Rhoda. Hey, good morning, Jose. Great to see you. Happy Friday to you. And Frank Uggan saying, DPS, prayed you don't need me. Show the rest of the people friendship and good things. That's great. Who else do we got out there while we're waiting for this phone call to roll in? I want to say good morning to all of you guys. Thanks for joining us this morning. JJ say too hungover for this. I know, brother. I know. I couldn't even have one last night. I bought two on the way home when I was stopped by the store, and I didn't drink either one of them. I couldn't do it. Thinking about what we got coming up. Elena, good morning. Great to see you this morning. Thanks for being here. And Joshua saying, good morning, Brad. He definitely likes the song. Man, I'll send it to you. We're going to be posting those things up on the YouTube as well. We'll put it on the playlist. We got the songs of Good Morning Marianas. Sublinson08 says, Buenas Lesur, CNMI fam gangs, bunker down and stay safe. We're going to do our best. Evelyn Kango is there. She says, good morning, Brad. Bless us all. Yes. Evelyn, you are. Hey, great to see you today. Loretta is there saying, nice song. Well, hey, I'm glad you like it. It's a lot of fun doing all these things. Glenn Hunter in the house saying, good morning, Brad. The weather image looks terrible. Yeah, not as terrible as I looked in the mirror this morning. Good thing we didn't have any power to really see it clearly in the light. Sin Farosa, Kamatsu Panaula, great to see you this morning. Jethro de Guzman, great to see you today as well. Alexis Palasa saying, good morning, Marianas, watching from Rhoda. Hey, great to see it. We're going to have your mayor on here in just a little bit. Jovelyn Dejano saying good morning. Maureen says hello from Roswell, Georgia. Oh my gosh, she said, oh no, here you guys go again. I'll keep you all in my thoughts and prayers. Thanks, Maureen. We're going to need it. No doubt about it. Evelyn Pangolinan says, hi, Kat. I know you're talking about other folks in the comments, and I love it. We have a whole community going on in there. Arlen Mendoza says, be safe, everyone. We're going to do our best. Hey, Gus Latulamar, my man. This guy has lifted every weight that they have at Laddie Built 24-hour fitness. I've seen it. The guy is awesome. Great to see you today. Junior Camacho saying, good morning, Brad. Good morning, June. Great to see you. Eric Boftas, Veteran brother in the house saying good Friday morning, Brad, CNMI, and everyone listening in. Have a blessed and good July 4th weekend. Take care, stay safe, and prayers for everyone's safety thoughts for this throughout this typhoon. I hear you, my friend. Scylla Rose is here. Thank you for joining us today. Oh, yes. Oh, man, I'm going to ruin it again. Marianne Kaliliman, she is doing her best to try to help me with my Rafalawash, but I keep screwing it up. She says, Lesor Mamway, la. I know I'm doing it. Lu? I can't remember it. Darn it. Just come in here and teach me. Just teach me once. That's all I need to hear, and I will get it done. But thank you. I love you. Thanks for being here. Julie Castro, buenos dias. Great to see you today, too. Julie Kamatsu says, good morning, Brad and the Marianas. It's great to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Bella Maritita, great to see you. Hey, thanks for being here today. Great to see you. Daryl Hart is there with us saying, well, I guess I won't miss this one. Go Bills. Yeah, no kidding. He came here just after Sinlaku. Well, he's going to, we got something else for you for free. Travis Jones says, good morning. Man, the Last Shot Bar, big party going on tonight. You don't want to miss the first responder party. Make sure you hurry up and board up your house and get it ready for it, though. El Den saying, good morning, Brad. Great to see you, too. PK Daigo says, good morning from Las Vegas. You're cheating. You can't be there instead of here right now. What's going on, PK? But great to see you, my friend. Jovan Atencio says, good morning. And Bruce Camacho is just sitting here laughing his head off. Man, one of the best guys in all of the Marianas, too. Jovan saying, good morning. Henry Asau saying, Tutali Brad from Oliai. Hey, man, you're my neighbor. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. George Moses. Hey, it was great seeing you the other day at the bank. I hope you've been well, my friend, and good luck with all this mess today and over this weekend. Alicia Odoshi. Good morning, Brad. Well, good morning to you, and we're all going through this together. I'm with you. Missy, no, don't worry. You did not miss the update. We've got that coming with you as well. We did give it an update, but we're coming back to it. We're going to be pretty weather heavy today. Can you figure why? Don't worry. You got it. Arlene Rages, hey, great to see you. I got to see you more in person. That's the thing. I see you around. I see all the cool things that you're doing. Love to see it. Rufino, thanks for joining us, saying, good morning, sir, from Arizona. Well, it's nice and dry over there. Arlene Mendoza-Lee says, good morning. Watch it from Las Vegas. Saipan's my home from before, and sending prayers to everyone. Man, my family's out there in Vegas right now, so you guys can enjoy watching the storm from the comfort of the nice strip over there. Have fun. Grab a picture of a buffet and send us what it's like over here. Cynthia Cabrera Pangolina saying, buenos dias, Tauto Marianas. Great to see you. Thanks so much for being here and joining us again. Over on the YouTube side, my friend, the Tint Man from Dan says, he said, buenos Brad, tie down the news fan of justice. Watching from Dan State. Dan State University. We should make some t-shirts for that. Yeah, I would love Dan State University alumni. And we could start a whole new group. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I guarantee there's going to be all kinds of rivals. We start Dan State University. There's going to be like, yeah, well, I went to Cagman U. Oh, that's a pretty good one. That would be a good one, too. Anyhow, here's what we've got going on today. We're waiting. Oh, this is the call from Benji. Off of days. Oh, hey, you're on the air, Ben, when you're calling, by the way. Do you know that?
Oh, no, I got the mayor online for you, Brad.
Hey, that's great. Hey, we got Benjamin Maritita from the Saipan Mayor's office calling, and he is live with us right now, but he's handing the phone off to our Mayor of Saipan, Mayor R.B. Camacho. Mr. Mayor, good morning.
Good morning, Brad. Buenos dias, my dear people of Saipan. Yes, sir, Brad. I'm on standby for any questions. But before I answer any question, Brad, I just want to humbly and respectfully seek the utmost consideration and support of the entire community of Saipan to please, let's start taking action. Let's find a cover, secure everything. Let's not wait for the last minute. Please, this typhoon is huge. And I want to see my entire community of Saipan to be safe. So please, let's take action. Let's help each other. Let's have a courtesy to one another. Especially now, I noticed it since yesterday, Brad. The gas station is so long lines, and this morning again, I drove around. and a lot of cars are lining up for the gas. So again, please start taking action. We got ample time, before this typhoon, reach us. So again, take action, please.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, and I know you and your team have been taking action for a long time since this whole storm started, since the other storm started. Can you give us an idea? I know there's a lot of prep work that you guys need to do to get ready. So can you give us an idea of what you guys are doing right now?
Well, since yesterday, Brad, of course, we're working with the contractors that have been contracted out by the FEMA for this major debris removal around the island. So we clear majority of the island now with the major debris. But yet, my staff, they're still rolling out to the different precincts in the island, to make sure that there's no loose objects along the road. So again, please, let's all, work together. Do not put any object out there now. Okay, it's done. It's already been cleared by the contractor as well as the mayor, public works, and DLNR. So I humbly ask the community to please let's work together because this typhoon, it's not new to us, but yet this typhoon is beyond our control.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I know there's still a lot of stuff out there, but you guys have done a great job going around trying to pick up as much of it as possible. And there's been a lot of work done to that end. And now, but there's still some stuff out there. So people got to prepare for some of those things that are going to be flying around and all that. Did we learn anything? Are you going to be doing anything differently with your team for this typhoon, Mr. Mayor?
Well, I know it's still under recovery, and yesterday when we had the weather briefing, I shared my concern, about these typhoon tents that have been erected, and I learned from the FEMA that it's about 1,200 tents that have been installed out there. So please, let's help each other and take down the tents and secure those things because that tent is not a typhoon proof. Yeah, help your neighbor, please. If your neighbor, needs hand, please let's help each other.
We just had a question came in. Says, "Good morning, Brad. Can you please ask the mayor if they can issue some public notice to tell the community to stop panic buying all the water because the stores are empty again?" Have you seen a lot of this kind of panic buying there, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, I think that people, already have learned all these lessons from the previous typhoon, especially in Laco. So, I don't blame the people, to secure themselves. But again, let's give courtesy to one another. Okay, that's the most important. Is let's have courtesy to one another and let's lend hand to one another. That's all I'm asking to the entire community, and let's all be safe.
Oh, you got it. We're going to do that. How about can you give us a little idea of how things work for your team? I know your guys were out right away after the last storm. Do they go back to their houses or do they stay in like a command center at the mayor's office? What happens during the typhoons?
Yes, during the typhoon, of course, I have my heavy equipment operators stand by my equipment and with my staff. So the mayor, I stay in my office, 24 hours just to make sure any emergency response, rescue, I take action. So I have a standby crew with the heavy equipment, any fallen trees, that blocks the first responders.
Mhm.
I'll immediate take action on those. So we're on standby mode.
Oh, wow. Well, that works out great. That's why you're able to jump out there and get things done right away. And that's going to be for a little while. At least this one's moving faster than the last one, so you won't have to be bunkered in for like 3 days.
Yes, yes, I know it's faster the speed, and I hope you increase the speed, so you can exit immediately.
Hey, Mr.
That's all we're praying now is, hope that this direction of the wind direction turns, different angle, not direct to us.
Well, that's great. Hey, Mr. Mayor, we heard you're going to be honoring one of our friends this morning, and I'm sorry we're not going to be able to make it there because it's happening at the same time. We're going to be running longer today on the show, but Benji said that he's going to get us a photo and some of the information. But I wish we could be there with you. We just can't do both.
Yes, the unified mayors, they composed of Rhoda Mayor, Tinan Mayor, Saipan Mayor, and Northern Island Mayor. We recognize to present a plaque today to the two individuals that servicing the island, inter-island service, the on the water. Mr. Cecilio, the captain, and Jack Mangon, yeah. These two company, they really service the four islands, especially after the typhoon. And we decided to present a plaque to these two individuals.
Wow, that's great. Then here's another one that just came in. It says, can you ask the mayor if they can help us take down the FEMA tents? Do you know, Mr. Mayor, I know that you're asking folks to help each other out. I think there's a lot of volunteers who've been asked and all that. Is there a number that people can call if they need help with that?
Yes, we had a discussion yesterday during the weather briefing with the Homeland Security, and that's the plan, to come out. And we also suggest to them that to video, how to take down the tents so we can all help each other because there's about 1,200 tents out there. So again, this is now it's a matter of working together. I know we're stronger if we all work together.
Well, I know it's this is a comment that is talking about the staging area in Kobler, and this is from one of the residents over there. Can you ask if there's any update on how they plan to secure the large pile of tin at the old airport in Kobler? I know it's not the mayor's job, but maybe he might know.
Yes, Brad, I got that information. I made that inquiry to the FEMA. And what they're doing now is the contractor is they trying to compact those loose material at the staging area, and they're going to put the heavy equipment above that just to make sure that those objects are not going to fly. Wow. So it's already in plan. They're already working on it. That's the latest information from the FEMA. Because I make that inquiry because there's a lot of concern from especially Totutville, the residents in Kobler. Oh, so now that's to let you know that they're taking action. So you don't have to worry on that because they're taking action to that.
Wow, that's great info, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, and again, as your mayor for this municipality, let's all be safe. Again, I continue to emphasize, let's work together. We're all one human, different culture, but one love.
Hey, and Mr. Mayor, you talked real quick. You mentioned the unified mayors with that presentation today. When these storms come up, and since it's all the Marianas that's still kind of in jeopardy here, do you call each other? Do the mayors get together to talk about plans on what they can do?
Yes, we always share each other, Brad. We have a good unified mayors. We're helping each other. We're lending hand to one another. Especially I'm assisting them on their medical referral patient here in Saipan, both Tinian and Rhoda. So again, I strongly believe in helping each other, because we have to care one another.
All right. Well, I know you're busy and you got that presentation. Any last messages to the community?
The last, is let's all prepare now. We have ample time, today and tomorrow. So again, let's take action. Let's not waste this time and react in the last minute. So again, let's prepare. I love you all.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor, and have a good day and look forward to hearing new updates from you.
Thank you so much, Brad, for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you. That is our mayor of Saipan, Mayor R.B. Camacho, giving us some updates and filling us in about some of the things that are happening as they prepare for this storm, just like they have all the other times. All right, I'll tell you what, we've got, we're waiting to see if we can get the mayor of Rhoda in. Just sent a message just to see if she's ready to go. But I tell you what, we'll take a real quick commercial. We're going to be talking about the weather updates. We do have a couple of guests in studio also to talk about that big video contest. We have some good news about that. If you haven't seen it already, you're missing out. Some great stuff, a great way for you or your kids or your friends or your nieces or nephews to be able to get some prize money by showing their creativity. We'll have that right after this.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now.
And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with you.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. The nation's employers pulled back on hiring last month. Saka Magani has numbers.
American employers added just 57,000 jobs in June, fewer than half the previous month's total. The unemployment rate ticked down to 4.2%, mostly because people already out of work gave up looking. The sluggish jobs gain is a sign employers are still wary about the economy's health. It's growing modestly, but inflation's at 4.2%, a three-year high. New Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh said yesterday the goal remains lowering it to the Fed's 2% target.
The tactics, the strategy, and the rest, that's still to come.
Warsh has resisted signaling the next steps in the weeks after taking over for Jerome Powell, like whether the central bank may defy President Trump by boosting interest rates to fight inflation. Sagar Magani at the White House.
On Wall Street, the Dow hit a new record today, gaining about 595 points to close above 52,900. A different story for the broader indexes. The S&P closed up just a fraction of a point, while the Nasdaq fell 0.8%. As for oil prices, the International Standard Brent crude settled up a tad, just below $72 per barrel. U.S. gas prices were down nearly a penny. AAA puts the national average for regular below $3.84 per gallon. In the Middle East, Iran's Joint Military Command warned that all oil tankers moving through the Strait of Hormuz must use its approved routes or face, in its words, a forceful response. Shipping data from Lloyd's List Intelligence shows at least 258 ships transited the strait last week, despite Iranian strikes, up from 138 the previous week. And in Venezuela, with the official death toll close to 2,300, rescue teams pulled a 43-year-old man out of the rubble alive after nearly 8 days. This is AP News. At the World Cup, the U.S. advanced last night with a 2-0 win over Bosnia-Herzegovina, but star striker Falarin Balogun, who scored the first goal, got a red card and will miss the next match against Belgium on Monday. Meanwhile, Marcela Sanchez reports a poll from Ipsos Sports reflects U.S. excitement.
About 6 in 10 soccer fans say they were extremely or very excited, much higher than the 25% of Americans overall who said the same. The poll was conducted from June 26th through the 28th after the U.S. advanced from the group stage, but before they won against Bosnia-Herzegovina in the knockout round. Most U.S. soccer fans have been pleased by the U.S. men's national team performance, and the majority are excited for the rest of the World Cup. About half of soccer fans also say the U.S.'s role in co-hosting is going at least very well. However, there's less enthusiasm for FIFA's role in managing the tournament. I'm Marcela Sanchez.
The latest at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. All right, good morning, Marianas. It is 8:20 in the morning here on Friday, July 3rd. And of course, you're looking at that little monster that's making its way toward the Marianas, wants to say hello. We wanted to say goodbye, but it might not work out that way for us. But either way, life still goes on. We can't do much about it other than prepare for what's coming. And life is going to go on. And by the way, life is going to be going on for a really cool competition that's happening out here in the CNMI. I'm really excited about this one because it's really going to feature all these talents from kids that are around the CNMI. And we've got some folks in studio to tell us all about it from Island Training Solutions. But no, it's the Asia Pacific Education Services. They do all kinds of stuff out here. And we're going to hear more about it from Alex Hu and Amber Weston. Thank you for coming back. It's great to see you two.
Yeah, good morning, Brad. Thanks for having us again. I'd like to introduce Miss Amber Weston. She's our program director on this project.
Hi, guys.
And she'll be working closely on it. We got some good news about this, so if you haven't heard about it, we're excited to invite CNMI residents to participate in the Asia Pacific Education Services video competition for the prevention of underage use of alcohol and marijuana. So this competition is all about reducing youth alcohol and marijuana use in the CNMI, and it's a fun competition. Participants get to create a video, 45 to 60 seconds. It can be filmed on your phone, right? It can be filmed outside. You can use personal stories, use humor, be serious, use special effects and filters. It's going to be a fun competition. And the great news that we have to share today is that the registration deadline has been extended, right? So you guys have, everybody that's interested, you have until next Friday, not this Friday, to register. And the easiest way to do that is just to scan the QR code that's on our ad. But you could also contact our office at 670-285-7314, or you could email office.islandtraining@gmail.com for more information. There's going to be great prizes in this competition. So first place is a $500 prize value. Second place is a $300 prize value. And third place is a $100 prize value. And that's in every division. So there's going to be 3 divisions, Brad. What the first is middle school, that's ages 11 to 14, high school, ages 15 to 18, and college and adult division, which is 19 plus. So it's open to every CNMI resident. Everyone can register for this. There's also going to be special awards for best use of humor, best message and impact, and best production. So parents, if your kids could use a summer project this summer, this is a great opportunity. This is their chance to shine and show off their creative talents and their skills.
And there's a bonus week. This is the best part about this because, it was a tighter time frame. It was supposed to wrap up today, but now registration is open until July 17th. Now until July 10th, but it doesn't mean that you have to have your video in by next week. It just means you have to register.
Yeah.
That is correct. And registration, it literally takes about 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. If you scan the QR code, you can register your team. And if you'd like to join, you can participate individually, or you can form a team of up to 5 team members and you can work on it with your friends or your family.
That's awesome. And great prizes. So video submission deadline, you got to make sure that you get your stuff in by July 24th. And then there's going to be a big award ceremony at the end of all this thing too on August 14th. And, last time we spoke, you were saying that everybody's invited. Everybody who submits is going to be invited to this thing?
Yeah. So every team that submits a video will be invited to the award ceremony. That will be scheduled for August 14th. And it's going to be a big event. There'll be more information about it, but you'll be able to invite obviously the team members and probably 1 to 2 family members per team member. And then there's also going to be special people invited, including the judges that are going to be judging all the videos, and as well as dignitaries and other people from around the CNMI that want to view the videos. Every video is going to be shown up on the screen.
Yeah.
And every team will have a chance to come up and just explain their video and what their vision was on their video.
Wow, I love this. I can't wait to see this. It's going to be great. August 14th, that's the award ceremony. And now, again, you mentioned that you can do all these different things, but those special awards, the best use of humor, and people here are hilarious, the best message out there, and the best production. That part I'm really looking forward to see, like what kind of talent this draws out of the community. This is going to be great.
Yeah, if you're creative, if you like posting online, this is the competition for you, right? To show off your talent. And another thing I wanted to mention, videos will be accepted in any language. They just have to include English subtitles. So it would be great to get some videos in Chamorro, right? It'd be great to get some videos in Carolinian. It'd be great to get some videos in Tagalog, Korean, Chinese, right? And so it's open to everybody, all CNMI residents.
I love it. And so 3 divisions. You got your middle school division. That's for kids who are 11 to 14. High school division, which is 15 to 18. And then the college/adult. That's 19 and above. It's open. I could do it.
Yeah.
And up to 5 team members per team. The prizes are huge. The award ceremony is going to be amazing. And, this is all made possible. You guys got some great grant funds, some federal partners who made this possible.
That is correct, Brad. This program is supported by federal funds under the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services through a subgrant award from the CHCC Community Guidance Center. So we'd like to thank the CHCC Community Guidance Center for their partnership on this.
This is a wonderful program. Again, if you want to get some more information, you can give them a call at 285-7314. That's 670-285-7314. You can also send an email to office.islandtraining@gmail.com. And this is great. So where did this come about? Like, I know you go out to get a grant to try to come up with an idea, but is the video concept your idea?
Yeah, so that is our idea. We wanted to do something creative. We wanted to do something different, and to really allow CNMI community members to make an impact, right, and to have a positive peer-to-peer message, right? So wanted to give everyone a voice in this project. Mm-hmm. So it's open to all CNMI residents. Everyone can sign up, and it's for a good cause. It's all about reducing youth alcohol and marijuana use in the CNMI.
Well, this will be definitely putting it out there. It's definitely going to get a lot of exposure. I don't know what they're going to do with all the finished products, but I know that this is going to bring some great talent out, and people are going to have a lot of fun with it. Like, I can't wait just to see how hard I'm going to laugh watching some of these.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. And don't miss out on this. Hey, it could be a family project. If you've got your kids in there, does that work? Can it be a family project? Because I know they have the division, so you got to keep it within that age group. But your parents could probably support you, help you out, maybe shoot your video for you if you don't know how to do it. But come on. This is 2026. What kid in middle school doesn't know how to use a phone right now or have an iPad or something like that?
That's right. And that's one question that we got. So far, as I checked yesterday, there was 13 plus teams signed up already. So
wow.
That's one of the questions we got from one of the teams was, could other people appear in the videos that are not actually team members? And the answer is yes.
Wow.
Right. So the teams can be up to 5 official team members. But if you wanted to have a guest appearance, by a family member or someone else in the video, that's perfectly fine.
Look at that. This is gonna be so awesome. Like, I can't wait to watch these videos. And then I wonder which ones are gonna pick for what they're gonna do with them. I mean, you said it's gonna be the CHCC Community Guidance Center. They're the ones who are gonna get the videos after, right?
Yeah. So all the videos will be the property of the CHCC Community Guidance Center, and they can be used for future projects. And also as training and guidance to reduce youth alcohol and marijuana use in the CNMI.
Now, you said you've got 13 registered. Has anyone submitted their video yet?
Not yet. So the registration deadline is this Friday, right? Sorry, next Friday.
Well, it was this Friday, but now it's moved.
So you still have a whole week to register, but the video submission deadline is July 24th. So for that, you still got about 3 weeks to actually create the video, right? So plenty of time. The videos only have to be 45 to 60 seconds max, and they can be filmed on your phone. They just have to be filmed in 1080p format and filmed horizontally. So it should be a wide angle on the phone. And then when you look at the settings, it should just say 1080p.
There you go. And so you're looking at something like a TV commercial style, not like a reel, so like that's like you said, the 1080p is the quality to make sure that they can run it on like a TV ad or something. So if you're thinking 720, you're thinking too small. And 1080p, and then the horizontal version of it too.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I see it saying, hey, drugs is a big problem along with alcohol and marijuana, says Joaquin Sablon. Yeah, I hear you, definitely. But this one in particular is focused on these two, like that. This program is specifically against alcohol and drugs, which often serve as a gateway to other things. I could tell you that I've made plenty of bad choices getting too much food after having a few beverages. Who knows what else? But this is a great opportunity to get kids started off on the right foot. Maybe it didn't work out for you, but it could be the message that some kid needs to hear as they make their way up in the world, and you can have a lot of fun trying to get that message out. So these are some of the things of what to include in your video. They want a strong message that inspires the youth to make smart choices not to use alcohol and or marijuana. The topic should focus on prevention of underage alcohol use, marijuana use, or both. Again, it's not supposed to be a documentary. It's 45 to 60 seconds, not minutes. So it's going to be fun to make too. 1080p is the quality that you want to have it, and it's got to be filmed horizontally. The videos can be in any language, but they have to have English subtitles. And one video will be accepted per team. And your teams can only register in one division, and you can only have up to 5 members in your team: middle school, high school, college/adult. And each one of those divisions, you can get up to 3. There's 3 prizes: first, second, and third place. 500 prize value for first, 300 prize value for second, 100 for third. And there's also the special ones: the best use of humor, best message, and best production. So how's that sound? That sounds like about the whole thing. And if you want to get it, by the way, you can't miss it. It's on our website, and it is on our pinned post on all of our social channels, so you can't miss it. It's right there. So July 10th is the last day to register, but you don't have to submit your entry until July 24th. So you got time. So great stuff.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add, so teams can register individually, or they can register up to 5 team members. So from what we've seen so far, some of them are individuals that have registered, and there's some teams with 4 members, some teams with 3 members, some with 2. So there's a lot of flexibility there for you guys to use your creative talents, and we're looking forward to seeing all the videos.
All right, so I know you're the program coordinator. How you having fun with all this?
Yeah, yes, program director. I'm having a blast.
Director.
It's really great to assist and help continue helping the community.
Aside from doing the absolute best way of getting this out with us, it's too bad this is happening when school's not in session.
Yeah.
Because if school was still going on, it'd be really easy to get the word out directly to the kids through the schools, right? What are some of the other ways that you guys have been letting people know about all this stuff?
Right. So this has been running on all the media channels here. right? So that, include NMI News, obviously, and then you have Marianas Press, the radio stations, in the newspaper. So the other things that we've been working on is with the schools, with Division of Youth Services. What are some of the other ones, Amber?
DCCA reached out to a couple of our partners and the government just to make sure that they inform their staff that that's going on. I reached out to the college because, again, this is for adults as well. So the adults can do it. Not me, but you can do it. You can totally make a great video. And there's so many options out there right now. So have fun with it.
It would be fun to enter this.
Wouldn't it? I know. I was thinking the same thing, actually.
I'd be going for the humor angle.
Absolutely.
For sure. I would not be going for best production, but I would definitely be going for the humor angle. All right. I think that's about it because we're got to get some more of this weather stuff out there to everybody. But, do you have any messages that you'd like to give out to the community?
Yeah, I would everyone, please stay safe this weekend. Prepare. That's what we're doing, right? Yeah. Right after this, we're going to go and prepare the office.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Got to get the plastic bags, got to get the tape and, prepare everything. Close the shutters. Be safe out there.
Yeah, this is actually a really great time when we can't do anything. You guys can actually put together your video and come up with a storyline. So when the power is out, that's what you could be doing.
Yeah.
Well, here's a story idea right now. Hey, we got to get the house ready. No, man, I'm just going to hang out here and do this. And then at the end, you see what happens with the people who prepared and the people who did that. There you go. There's your fun one. That's free. That's for you guys. You can put that one together right now. Hey, just before we go, Asia Pacific Education Services. I know you guys have been around for a little bit, but I've really became more aware of what you've been doing through this competition. So can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so Asia Pacific Education Services is a federally and locally recognized 501c3 nonprofit organization. We provide educational support services. So that includes training and certification, career readiness, and we also do projects like this, which is in the community for substance abuse or use prevention. We create programs, we work with public and private schools and institutions, and we provide other training, including industry certification. So some of that is from Certiport, some of that could be hospitality certifications, financial literacy certifications, and we're in the community to provide the critical career skills and life skills to help advance people in the cinema.
That's great. Well, I look forward to seeing how this works out, and then all the other stuff that you're going to end up doing outside of this. But I love this idea, this whole concept. It should be electrifying. It should be able to power up my house. This whole thing is really great, and I know you're going to get a lot of folks out to do this. So, folks, if you're watching, spread the word about this. This is such a great contest, and it'll give your kids and you some fun stuff to do over the next couple of weeks. But you got to register first, and you can get there with the QR code and get it going. Alex, Amber,
thank you.
The 2 A's. Now, there you go, AA, to get this program going. That's also perfect. All right. Hey, thank you so much for being in here today.
Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Appreciate it.
All right, folks. Hey, we're going to get back to some of the other coverage. We got another surprise guest who just walked in that we're going to be talking to in a little bit. But we are going to take a quick break. We're going to get you a sports update and some words from our sponsors as well. So don't go too far. We're going to be talking weather, of course, too. So here's a little bit about what's going on. Have you heard about the World Cup? Because that's happening right now.
Sports Update.
3 more knockout games. The World Cup continues today on Fox. 3 games on the schedule. Spain and Austria battle at 3 p.m. Eastern, followed by Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo facing Croatia. That game at 7 p.m. Eastern. And in the nightcap, Switzerland and Algeria do battle. That game is at 11 p.m. Eastern. Now, everybody is still talking about that red card handed out to American striker Flo Balogun. As a result, he will miss Monday's game in the round of 16 against Belgium in Seattle. Now, Team USA coach Mauricio Pochettino said he's watched it a number of times, and he just doesn't think the punishment fits the crime.
It happened because by accident. and it's never intentional. That is why for me it's never red card.
Accident or not, FIFA does not have an appeals process.
Cheers to America's 250th birthday. Get 20% off your first purchase at foxnewswineshop.com with code FNRadio20. 20% discount excludes wine club offers and cannot be combined with any other promotion. Expires July 31st, 2026. Must be 21 or older to order. Please drink responsibly.
9 games on the Major League Baseball schedule. At the beginning of play today, the Phillies trail the Braves by just 2.5 games in the NL East. Bryce Harper and company play the Pirates this afternoon. The Phillies have won 2 in a row and 7 of their last 10. Don Mattingly working wonders since taking over in the city of brotherly love. There are 2 other afternoon games, the Reds and Brewers in Milwaukee and the Marlins in Denver against the Rockies. Free agency continues in the NBA. The NBA universe is still waiting to hear where LeBron James will take his talents next after it became clear that a return to the LA Lakers was not in the cards. There are reports that say LeBron is not working on any sort of a timetable to make a decision. It's Game On with the Fox Sports app, available wherever you download apps. I'm Frank Lanza.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. After Super Typhoon Sinlaku, recovery isn't just about rebuilding homes and clearing debris. It's about taking care of each other. It's normal to feel stress, fear, or sadness during recovery. Healing isn't a straight path. Take it one day at a time. Acknowledge your feelings. Stay connected with family and neighbors. Build small daily routines. And if it gets overwhelming, reach out. Seeking support is a sign of strength. NM Posse's PIME program is here for CNMI residents. Call 670-235-7273 or 670-789-6021 or visit nmposse.org. Together we rebuild, and together we heal. You are stronger than the storm. A message from NM Posse's PIME program, paid for by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Got a bag of ice that stayed froze all night long. Then my phone lit up like a Christmas tree. Another cone of doom pointed straight at me. I said, buddy, you have got to be kidding, but the radar don't do wrong. The weatherman only needed one word, and Grim ain't one you want to hear twice. I just took the plywood off the windows. Now I'm reading my own nails like dice. Here we go again, round two. Same old win with a brand new name. We just got the lights back on, and the sky's already calling the game. Fill the buckets, freeze the bottles, tie down everything that ain't a stone. Lord, if you're gonna keep on testing us, at least wait till we fix what you already me down. My freezer's so full of water bottles, there's no room for the fish. This time the generator's hooked up right, 'cause I paid CUC for my own power one night. And carrying buckets up 5 flights of stairs was never on my wish list. The apps all show a different spaghetti. Every uncle's a meteorologist now, but I trust the folks that wear the shirts. They've earned the sweat that's on their brow. Here we go again, round 2, same old win with a brand new name. We just got the lights back on, and the sky's already calling the game. Fill the buckets, freeze the bottles, tie down everything that ain't a stone. Lord, if you're gonna keep on testing us, at least wait till we fix what you already blown. Bobby, Bobby, go away, don't come back another day. Bobby, Bobby, hear me say, we just got the lights back on. Hey, 2 big ones in one summer, that ain't never happened here before. But 3 typhoons in a pandemic never once got us to close the door. So check on your neighbor, check on your auntie, help a stranger strike a tent, 'cause the wind can take the roof off, but it's never taking who we are or where we went. Here we go again, round 2. We know this dance, we know this rain. We just got the lights back on, and by God, we'll get 'em on again. Fill the buckets, freeze the bottles, hold your people close to home. Blow all you want, you spin it, show off. We'll get 'em on again. Bobby, Bobby, go away, don't come back another day. Bobby, Bobby, go away, go away, go away. Woo! Marianas strong.
All right, Marianas, welcome back. It is 8:46 in the morning, and we got all kinds of stuff going on. Oh, Evelyn says, don't blame Landon, blame it on Brad. That's not very... Okay, you're right. We got to blame Brandon, not me. He's the evil twin of the weather twins over there. Well, hey, it is Friday, and tomorrow is our Liberation Day. We are going to be wrapping things up for all those fun events. Those things are all going to be put on hold until sometime after the storm, sometime after we recover from another one. We don't even know what's happening with this one yet, but we do know that it is making its way our way. And so, phone? No problem. There's so much stuff that's happening here that you got to get ready for. And here's one of the things too, folks. If you're living in a tent, if you've got one of the temporary roofs, if you are living in a home that's got damage, where it's a storm compromised home from last time, you need to go to a shelter for this thing that's coming. Shelters are going to open today at 3 p.m. on Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda. If you're living in Saipan, your shelters are Cagman High School, Marianas High School, and Coblerville Elementary School. If you're living in Tinian and you're going to seek shelter, Tinian Head Start and Tinian Elementary School. If you're going to need shelter in Rhoda, the shelter is Dr. Rita Hokoginos Junior Senior High School. Those are the places. And where are you going? That's all right. They gave me the temporary roof. No, those roofs are not designed to withstand what's coming our way. If you're living in a tent, you want to put that tent down and you want to bring your essentials to one of these shelters as well. If your house was compromised because of the storm, you want to get to one of these shelters also. It's not something that's a maybe. This is what you need to do if you want to stay safe. Now, you've got all day today to prepare, and you got just about all day on Saturday to prepare for this stuff too. Don't take it lightly. You want to jump on this and get it done now. You don't want to mess around, because we know what happens with storms out here in the Marianas. They're not small. And boy, it's not great. But I'll tell you what is great. We've got our friend Dr. Lawrence Camacho. He's in studio with us. He popped in. This is great. Thanks for dropping in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me all the time. Appreciate this.
Well, you came in, we were going to try to have you in to talk about some liberation stuff. And then all of a sudden, things changed a little bit with the weather and all that.
Yeah, I know. And we have several messages going out on social media and everywhere else when it comes to the storm, the Liberation Day, what's supposed to be a celebration, but now more likely a preparation weekend for us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean that's it. I mean, it's the best thing that we could do is get ready for it. So it's good that they did cancel all these big events that we've got. But I know you're the pride of San Roque, up there in the north. I know a lot of folks still haven't gotten power back from the first storm.
Yeah.
So,
especially up in the Asmatwist area. Oh my goodness. There's still a lot of homes there that don't have any electricity or power actually. So
the late great Mel Sakisat told me, he's like, Brad, that's San Roque up there too. He loves San Roque all the way through. He tells me Asmatwist is still San Roque. What's the rule on that?
It is, I think, an incorporated village in of itself, Asmatwist. But sure enough, a lot of the family from San Roque had, ventured out and gotten a homestead up there in the Asmatwist area. And then a lot of folks from all across the island also have started developing that as community when I was, at the time I was leaving the island, I think a long time ago. But now it's a straight up community in of itself. San Roque still thinks that it, still has a connection to it. Otherwise, the outskirts of San Roque is Asmatwist, but it's, I guess, debatable. But, the late Mel Sakisat smell, I think was right, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it. But all that used to be farmland, right? Like a ranch, a cattle ranch, actually, for some of the people down in San Roque who were going up there to ranch. And now is a village full of wonderful people just to work, living together as a community.
I love Asmatwist for sure. I mean, I love San Roque because it's a village. It's like a town. It's like its own separate town somewhere in small town anywhere. I love it, the way it's set up and everything like that. It's got a real legitimate village feel. But the view up there at Asmatwist, man, it's just something about being up there. I can't get it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of wonderful views that you could get from being up there, right? Yeah, you're absolutely right. But San Roque in of itself, when it was incorporated as a village in 1950, and I know this because my grandfather founded the village, Gregorio Tudela Camacho, GTC, in 1950 when it was just, it was called Matanza, the Matanza area, which is, in Chamorro, literally, I think it means the place where slaughter happens, right, for animals. And there were just him and his siblings and a lot of the family members back then were just farming in that area. And to this day, we still have a lot of farm lands for the family there. But the village, where the village proper right now, right, was full of Quonset huts. I think it was, I wasn't there in 1950, obviously, but what I've been hearing was that the story is that there's a lot of Quonset huts there that housed the Filipino and Chinese workers that were brought in to build up the port, the seaport, Charlie Duck, right, at the time. And when they all left, the Quonset huts were all vacated, right? And so that was under the naval administration at the time. And my grandfather and the priest who was in charge of the mission, the Catholic mission here on the island, worked together to ask the naval administration to give them one of the Quonset huts, the biggest Quonset hut, where the church right now sits on that property. Where's the biggest Quonset hut in that Quonset hut city, I call it. And so when the naval administration granted my grandfather and the church that Quonset hut, they turned it into a chapel initially, and then a church, and then a lot of the folks were, and they gave my grandfather the authority to give the other Quonset huts within that village, what would be a village, the authority to give out and the Quonset huts as a homestead. And so, they would ask, and then he would assign them, and then it became officially their property. So now you see it as an organized village, as you had just alluded to. And then outside of that, obviously, are the farmlands that are still existing for the family.
Man, that's awesome. Can you imagine what it would be to just found a village? Like just yourself. Like what would it be like? We're gonna make a new village somewhere.
And he, of course, the church, and then he thought of the next thing that needs to be there is the school, right? The education and all that. So worked out a deal to ensure that some of those private property owners and government owners of the land where the school sits on also were granted to the government for education purposes. So public education has existed since then to enable the village to thrive as a community.
Yeah, it's a great spot. I love it. And at school, I mean, so funny story. Matanza was the name of one of the football clubs here, one of the soccer clubs.
Yeah.
So Matanza FC, and that was the north side. So when they first started bringing soccer under the NMIFA in like 2006, I coached a youth team over there behind this school, GTC. And so we had like a little kids soccer field, the U6s, and that was just awesome way back then.
Yeah, if you ever hear, back in the day, even up until this day, the teams, one of the teams in whatever league, right, called the D9ers.
Yeah. Jonathan Tenorio.
You know what that means, right? The District Niners, because San Roque was District 9 during the trust territory period when all the villages were designated as districts.
No kidding.
So like CK had 4 districts, right? District 1, 2, 3, and then Lali 4 is District 4. San Roque, I believe at the time, was the last district on the island of Saipan before Tina and Rhoda were determined as districts as well. But it was District 9, so everybody who came from San Roque who played for the baseball or the softball teams back in the day were District Niners, right? The D9ers.
No kidding. So that makes sense. Because, when I first got here, I hear about that. I see Lally 4, these guys in Tanapak, the T8, you see that stuff all over.
Because they're District 8.
Yeah, and like, where did all that come from? Because there's only 7 precincts, like, that doesn't make sense.
Precincts came later, right?
Yeah, so that's it. The old district from the trust territories. Now, a wealth of information. So, hey, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things changed it for you, too. You wrapped up after skippering the public school system, and now you're running for the top spot in the executive branch with your running mate Edith Guerrero. And I got to tell you, it's a monumental task. Just the whole idea of running for the governor's office. I saw your brother. I'm like, how cool is that? And how cool is it to say that your brother is running for governor? And so how's it been? I know you must be everywhere right now.
So, you allude to the fact that it's the top seed, it's the governor and all that, right? And the way I feel, though, having been, commissioner of education, which was an awesome opportunity to serve, right? It's all about service, as far as I know. Today, as I campaign for that seat, I don't think I'm campaigning for just the top seat or just to be governor. It's really not that. It's really about what can we do together as a community to ensure the community advances forth, right, and thrives. And so that's my motivation more than the title or the opportunity to be at the top seat. It's really, but not unfortunately, but coincidentally, it has to be the top seat where you can drive change that needs to occur. And I truly believe, and I mentioned this last in so many other conversations that, because people ask me, well, why now, right? Why? And I keep saying the time is now. In this part of your life, you're a veteran, you're retired, and you've done worked in the education world, things of that sort, right? You got lots of education, and so I said, that's just it. The many education, the experiences needs to be given back to the community, right? To be, because the community invested in me, I want to make sure that the dividends are returned back to the community by virtue of that service that I'm just so passionate of making sure occurs in our community. And I need to do my part, right? I must do my part, and I will do my part. But ultimately, it's the drive. And I say that again, especially when I was a commissioner, and I would go down there and I would talk to the students, right? And I talk to them and I encourage them to be good learners, just to enjoy learning, because they can grow, they can develop to be whoever they want to be, as successful individuals past the elementary and high school level, because they then are going to be preparing themselves for that dream of theirs. But that dream, sometimes I wonder whether or not it's there. And for the most part, that dream of theirs to succeed in life and thrive after school, as we see our situation now, is not going to be the one that they're dreaming of, right? This is not what they're dreaming of. So I want to do my part to prepare a place and an opportunity for them, so that when they're done with school, they live and they want to stay here because this is their home, and they don't want to go anywhere else because the opportunities are here. In fact, those that are not here need to come back and say the opportunity is here, and it's the reason why they're back here. I came back not because of an opportunity. I just came back because this is home, right? It was natural for me to come back. I've always wanted to come home since the first day I left, right? I knew I was going to come back. So I just had to get through a lot of the other opportunities that I had outside to gain that experience, the leadership and the knowledge, the education, and then come back and be a better contributor to this society. And I think, and I believe this is the moment that has occurred for me to have prepared for. And so
it's like one of those role-playing games where you go out, you have to go out and build up the experience to bring it back for when you do the main mission. And now the main mission for you is running for that spot. But I know that I'm asking you all that stuff. I know you were thinking more about, like, you were going to kind of give some people some like prep tips. I know you got the storm stuff that's coming up, and you've been working to get your place ready too.
Yeah, well, my campaign headquarters has come out with a message, and it'll be out in a couple of hours. But I'll just go ahead and read the message because it is truly from myself and my running mate, Miss Edith DeLong Guerrero. And together we're talking every day about how do we work through this, where do we go, how do we message to the community what we believe should be the way, right, and the drive that we have. And we have a committee. So the message is, as Super Typhoon Bavi approaches our islands, the Camacho de Leon Guerrero campaign is thinking of every family across the Marianas. Please take every precaution to secure your homes, gather your supplies, and look out for each other, for your loved ones, your neighbors in the coming days. To the first responders, the emergency personnel, the government employees who are preparing to keep our community safe, and to the volunteers who, day in and day out come to help our people through these storms, we thank you. Your dedication is the backbone of how we get through moments like this. So there's a lot of folks out there that are right now rolling up sleeves and getting to work, right? Times like these remind us what it really means to be an island community. We take care of each other, we prepare together, and we recover together. So stay safe, Marianas. Our prayers are with you. That is the brief message that I wanted to make sure we had out, put out from our team. Edith and I truly care, obviously, for our people, or else we won't be doing what we're doing, which is to campaign and ensure that we're also there and not just standing on the sidelines when it comes to the overarching way of trying to advance our Commonwealth.
That's great. Geez, I muted myself again. Well, that's great stuff. You know, speaking of on the sidelines, we have Landon over there in Guam who's waiting on the sidelines. Going to try to get on and get us a weather briefing for the community here in just a little bit. So before we hop to all that stuff, you know, that's a great message for the community. What do you got going on for the next couple days? I know you almost got to put your campaigning on hold for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course, you know, you never stop thinking about where you want to go beyond the current situation that you're in. But we need to really kind of look and see what is going on, and then be able to also contribute what we can in the preparatory phases of this impending storm. So we obviously have sent that message out. We're going to send another message on Liberation Day. You know, that's something that should not also escape our memories and our minds, right, at this moment in time, even throughout the struggle and the hardship that we're going through with this storm. But that's a big deal for the CNMI, obviously, the Liberation Day. And, you know, postponing it is a good thing because we have a storm coming, so we have to prepare for that, right? But, you know, still in the forethoughts of our minds, we are celebrating the fact that we were liberated many years ago, soon after the war, and service to all those servicemen and women who are continuing to sacrifice today. We thank them. To all the ones who have sacrificed all the way back through the many wars of our country, we thank them, because, you know, the cool thing about the CNMI is we celebrate Liberation Day, but we also celebrate Independence Day because, you know, we're also Americans, so we are grateful for the independence that we have out of whatever it was back then. But yeah, those are great things. And then just lastly, you know, our campaign, we have established a committee. That message is going out. We're excited about that. We're excited about a campaign headquarters that we've started putting together. Immediately, maybe soon after the storm, when things are settled down, we'll have that open house that we had scheduled for next week, but looking more like not next week, but maybe in a week's beyond next week, where we open, you know, do an open house for the campaign headquarters, just to welcome folks in our community into, and that's just it. That's really who we are. It's just we're into this community effect where we want everybody to be involved in our campaign and the progress that we're making and the progress that we'll be making when given the opportunity in November.
That's awesome. Well, here you go. Local guy. He came back. He went off, was in the service, retired, came back, and now running for governor. And now, of course, like everybody else, battening down the hatches and prepping for this big storm that's making its way out here in the Marianas. Dr. Lawrence Camacho, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Brett, and stay safe, CNMI. God bless you all.
All right, well, we are not going anywhere. We still have a lot more to go. We have an update from Landon Idlet, who's going to be coming on with us to talk weather here in just a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to take a real quick break, get you some news updates about everything that's happening here with all this storm approaching. So don't go anywhere. We are going to stick around, and let's see. Is it ready to go? It is ready to go. So here's the latest from the Associated Press.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. 8 days after devastating back-to-back earthquakes, the official death toll in Venezuela is close to 2,300. How many more might be found under the rubble is unclear, but Karen Chamas reports rescue efforts continue.
Rescuers have pulled a 43-year-old security guard alive from a collapsed basement after a grueling days-long operation following 2 earthquakes in northern Venezuela. Teams cheered as rescuers carried Hernan Alberto Gil Flores on a stretcher through throngs of people into a Red Cross ambulance. Gil had been trapped since June the 24th inside his small security cabin under the rubble in the basement of a shopping center in the coastal town of La Guaira. A specialized team from the Costa Rican Red Cross first detected signs of life and established contact with him on Sunday. His plight became a symbol of hope after the devastation of twin earthquakes that struck Venezuela 8 days earlier. I'm Karen Chamas.
Iran's Joint Military Command's warning of a forceful response to any oil tanker moving through the Strait of Hormuz outside of its approved routes. It's unclear what prompted the threat. However, U.S. Central Command had put out a statement that a meeting with regional officials in Bahrain underscored a shared commitment to the free flow of commerce through the strait. In Washington, former Olympic canoe racer David Hearn has been indicted on a felony charge for alleged vandalism of the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. The government's rapidly building what it calls a smart wall on the Mexico border. It combines tall steel fencing with advanced technology like sensors and cameras. The Trump administration's allocated $46 billion for its completion. And Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested 10,000 people over a 5-day period at the end of June, a sharp increase over previous periods. This is AP News. Seth Sutel has the AP Markets Report.
More drops for chip stocks and other recent AI winners held most of Wall Street back. The S&P 500 finished basically unchanged on Thursday. That came even though 7 out of every 10 stocks within the index rose. Several major chip companies, including Advanced Micro Devices, fell. The Dow added 594 points, or about 1.1%. The Dow hit another record. The Nasdaq Composite fell 0.8%. The company behind LaCroix Sparkling Beverages rose 7.5%. National Beverage said it would pay a significant one-time dividend to shareholders. U.S. markets will be closed Friday for Independence Day. Seth Sutel, New York.
Mortgage rates fell this week. Freddie Mac puts the average 30-year at 6.43%, its lowest level in 7 weeks. There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Waves crash hard, the shore don't break.
Good morning, Marianas. It is 9:14. Oh my God, Brad, you're on so late. Hey, don't worry. That's what today's going to be about, baby. We've got a phone call in just a few minutes with somebody about a big event that's happening tonight. Wait, it's not canceled? No, it's not canceled. It is still happening tonight. I can't wait to talk about it in just a little bit. And then at 9:30, sharp, we have Landon Idlet on to talk about everything that's happening from the National Weather Service and get the absolute latest, up to date from the experts, what's happening with this ridiculous storm that decided it wants to come and visit us here in the Marianas. Well, we're going to have him on at 9:30, so don't go anywhere. And when our mayor of Rhoda gets free, she's doing all these briefings right now with all the teams. I'll tell you, I'm just trying to get her in for a little bit. And I don't want to interrupt the work that they have to do with the job of getting everybody ready itself. So we're just going to try to hear from our Rhoda Mayor, Aubrey Hooker, here in just a little bit as well. And while you're seeing me, my eyes darting all over the place, just got an announcement in from the folks over at Department of Public Works, reminding the general public to please secure all signages and located on the public right-of-ways and all private properties. In preparation for the approaching Typhoon Bobby, please secure all political signs, advertisements, and all other surrounding roadways, including but not limited to trash bins. Oh my God. Who thinks about that? Well, I do, because I know that we lost our trash bin during the typhoon. The last one, Sinlaku, not too long ago, we lost it. But now we got one back again. Boy, I don't want to lose that again. That's how it happens. Just like that. Hey, you got it. And happy to provide this stuff. Flying Dutchman out there on the YouTube side. It says, when the electricity goes out, will you still broadcast? The answer is yes. That's a great question. Let me tell you, I had the best support group here in the Marianas for the show. The folks from IT&E already said, hey, you want to set up shop? You're good to go. Folks from AK, our weather sponsor, said, hey, we got our power back. We got our water back pretty quick. We never really lost it. So if you want to set up shop over here, you can too. Wow, how great is that? I'm probably going to end up taking up the offer over there, IT&E, because I know they're 24 hours. They got the call center and all that, and they had a great space. I was there before, so it's like it's the same spot. It's like I'm coming back. So we'll see what happens. But the answer is yes. When the electricity goes out, we're still going to broadcast. And I'm not really excited about the prospect of going through all of it, where I imagine you're not either. But we'll be there. Over at IT&E, they also have, we're going to hear all the wind whipping around. And again, they'll still have power. I'll still be able to juice up all my stuff. And we'll be able to probably catch a little bit of the view, because even in their office, they've got some of those big windows up top, and I can have a camera out there so you guys can see what it looks like across the street. Hold on 1 second. Sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's something that's happening. So just making all those preparations, fun fact, so besides prepping for all of that mess, I got to prep for the house today and everything, just for that, and to get ready for this storm. So it's a lot of work, and then trying to, get ready and be ready to broadcast from anywhere and do all that stuff. I'm not sure how long it'll take for us to bounce back, what the story is going to be for the generator here when it comes back on. I remember bouncing back and forth for all those, but, we'll figure it out. Hey, we got a call coming in, and this call is one that you should be happy about. I know all of the first responders would be happy to hear this call coming in as well, because this is the guy who is hosting all of the first responders for a big appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Travis Jones, Mr. Last Shot himself.
Good morning, Brad. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, it's great to have you on. And man, I imagine you've been pretty busy.
I know, well, it's kind of crazy how things are going and it's falling into place like this, but we all talked and we decided that this is the perfect time to have this celebration before we get back at it. I mean, we can't be more appreciative and everybody needs a cold beer and some food. And we said this has just got to go on because with this next storm coming up, who knows how long it might be if we postponed it. So we just got to do this and we're going to have some fun.
Right. Oh, that's so great. So can you run us through again what's going on tonight?
Doors are opening at 5 o'clock, but really this is for all the frontliners. And when I say frontliners, I'm not going to turn anybody away, but really this is for the people that were told your new work hours are 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and they didn't have a choice. Not like a volunteer can come and go as they please. These were the people that really were told what to do and they were there every day, all day. But what we decided to do, if you look on our poster, we got all the sponsors, people that contributed, Lottie Built, IT&E, man, a host of everybody, Lieutenant Governor, the restaurants, Terry's Snack Shack, Pep Boys, everybody that's on the list donated something, their time, a little bit of their money. Of course, you're going to be there emceeing the event. Marvin De Leon Guerrero is going to be playing from 7 to 11. We put a bunch of money in towards beer and food. So the hope is that everything is free as long as it lasts, while supplies last.
Man, it's such a big deal. You know, I know how much you value everybody who's been helping out the whole community to be able to post, you know, to do something like this. And you guys have pictures of what's going on. Like I'm looking at pictures on your social media right now of those big coolers for everything that's happening tonight. This is going to be a big deal.
Well, and Marpac is a big sponsor of it too. They threw in some stuff, some prizes. We got door prizes to give away, but I think the final tally of beer is around 1,400 cans we have to give away.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
That's
the whole thing is filled up, but really, you know, we've been blessed through this whole thing, and we just want to give back. And they deserve a night of just coming and having a few. I've talked to the guys at DPS. I've talked to the DFEMS guys. They're all still planning on being there. They said they absolutely need a night off. The CUC linemen, anybody that works at CUC, all the folks that put in the time.
Yeah, well, this is the time for them to do it because there's not a whole lot. We got a lot coming in the next few days. Man, I see the Ultra, I see the Bud, I see the Bud Light, and you know, you got the big video thing too. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight at Last Shot Bar. Doors open at what time?
Doors open at 5 o'clock.
And then you've got entertainment and everything.
Yep, Marvin starting at 7 o'clock. Marvin De Leon Guerrero.
Man, that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. It should be a lot of fun, and everybody needs a little bit. And I'll tell you, with everything that's happening, you know, all the anxiety, we hear from everybody, like people getting all worked up about this. Of course you would. But the anxiety of this storm coming on, we got, you know, folks who have been working their butts off, haven't had a break yet. And now we're gearing up for this next one. This is going to be that real quick, have a little bit of fun before this thing gets here because we don't know we're going to be able to do it again.
Let's unwind and let's rip it up, huh?
Yes. So that's going to be tonight. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Last Shot Bar in CK. You don't want to miss it. Again, a salute to all those frontliners out there who, by the way, you know, probably frontlining still. I can't imagine what it's going to be. So,
Crazy. But let's go. I know you got Landon coming up real quick.
Yeah.
And let's all pray for the best.
All right, we'll do. All right. Hey, thanks for hosting something like this for the community. Everyone's going to love it, and they're definitely going to be appreciative. So thanks for thinking about everybody.
It's the least we could do. We appreciate it. Have a great day, and we'll see you later, Brad.
All right, take care. We'll see you later. All right, that's Travis Jones, Mr. Last Shot Bar. You'll be able to see Mrs. Last Shot Bar. She'll be there too, of course, Shy. And the question is, will you be able to see that dog? Will Kaida be there? We'll find out. Hopefully, that might be the big draw for the night. Anyhow, he's calling back. Hold on. Oh wait, he's back, but I got to hit this. There we go. Hey, Travis. Hello? Was this a pocket dial? I think it was. I think he pocket dialed me. All right. Well, anyway, We are just about 6 minutes away from getting Landon on. He's going to be on here with us to give us the weather update for this whole big deal. So don't go anywhere. Landon is coming on to tell us about what's happening. Speaking of what's happening, while we've been here, we just gave you that heads up from the folks at DPW. There's also a big event that's scheduled to take place in about a week and a half from now. Now I'm just not sure what's going to happen. But we put it out. We got the information from Badminton Oceania to let us know about the big event that's taking place, the International Badminton that's going to have supposed to be here on July 14th at Crown Plaza. It's sponsored by Yonex. It's the Yonex Northern Marianas Open and Crown Plaza Saipan International. They're supposed to run back-to-back for these two tournaments over next door at the Gilbert C. Atta Gymnasium from July 14th to the 25th. It's the first international sporting events in the islands since Sinlaku in April. There's 220 entrants who are trying to make their way here to play. There's a lot of folks from here, also players from over 15 countries traveling the Saipan. It's supposed to be huge. Here's the thing. Crap, what's going to happen with the storm, right? I mean, what are we really looking at? So we're going to hear it from the man himself, from Landon, and he'll tell us what's going on. You look at this. This is Zoom Earth. This is what we've been looking at for a long time. This shows you like the last few hours of that storm's development, which has turned into a typhoon, by the way. There's no maybe on that anymore. You used to just see the beautiful skies. Now you can start to see that storm creeping into the picture. And that is live satellite from the Himawari satellite. And my goodness, that thing, look how big the wind field is for that. Just from there, just that little bit. It's like that one big monster creeping in from off screen. And you can see all the wind field right there. It's going to get everyone something. Everyone's going to get something from this. And my goodness, that's going to be it. All right, well, okay. I got to set up, let's see, same link. Let's try it. I'm going to try using that same link again for our weather update. I'm going to change the date on it. So far, so good. And let's update it to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Okay, we'll save it and we'll send the invite. And hopefully this goes nice and easy. I have some mixed experiences with Google Meet. Sometimes it's a piece of cake. Sometimes it's such a hassle. Okay, here we go. It says camera starting. Yay, it looks like we're going to be good. All right. Well, he'll be here soon. And we should get him any second. And he is making his way. Oh, he is. Holy cow, that was pretty quick. Let's see. Oh, I can see him. Hopefully he can hear us just fine. Yeah, he's shaking his head like things are working out over here.
I cannot hear you.
Are you serious?
No, I'm Landon. Good to meet you.
Oh my goodness, this guy. He seems all fun and games. The guy is nothing but trouble. That's what's going on. Landon Islet, our favorite meteorologist over there. And again, this weather update brought to us provided by the good folks over at Atkins Kroll, giving us all this great opportunity. I've got to make sure that that we've got the best sources for information, and we do with Landon. Landon, thanks. I know you don't have anything going on, so that we're just trying to make it easier for you, trying to occupy your time today.
Yeah, I've actually got an interview with another media entity out of Pennsylvania in 15 minutes. So then another interview after that. So it's just media. People are watching this. I've got, I think if you remember, Jillian used to be at KSPN years ago. She sent a message. I think she was linking me to some storm chasers in Manila interested in coming to the CNMI. So a lot of people around the globe are watching this. It's not just a meteorological phenomena, but a lot of weather junkies are out there watching this. And so there's a lot of attention on the CNMI and this now Typhoon Bobby as it's approaching. All that fun and games aside, this is a very grim situation. The prognosis has not changed much at all since 24 hours ago. We're still looking at the possibility of a super typhoon passing through the CNMI somewhere between Rota and Saipan. The forecast track over the last 6 hours maybe shifted 10 miles to the south of where it was around 1 o'clock this morning. And those are those little shifts and wiggles that we talk about. And we're going to see that continue for another 3 days. We're still 3 days out from this making its passage through the island. But right now we're looking at the possibility of 160 mile per hour super typhoon category 5 passing through the CNMI just south of Tinian on Monday morning. So this is a very serious situation. Again, the prognosis has not changed at all over the last 24 hours. Really, it's not changed over the last 3 days as we anticipate Bobby's going to continue that track toward the Mariana Islands. It's going to be making it pass somewhere through the Mariana Islands. It could still go as far south as Guam. And let me show you the air track right quick. This is our webpage, going to the Tropical Cyclones page. Looking at that cone of uncertainty, we're still within the crosshairs here on Guam. So this is not a slam dunk forecast. What you're seeing right now, this is not going to be the final certainty, not the final answer. We have 3 days for things to shift, to adjust, and to modify. And so Guam is still within the crosshairs of this air cone of uncertainty, as well as are the northern islands north of Saipan. So it could still shift farther south or shift farther to the north. And so regardless, we're all going to be feeling this. That potential wind field is going to encompass all of our islands with those tropical storm force wind conditions going from south of Guam all the way up to Pagan and beyond. So we are all going to feel some kind of force of conditions, tropical storm force conditions. But whoever is closest to this passage could be dealing with a potential catastrophe. And that could be Saipan and Tinian. It could be Rota, and it could still be Guam. So maximize your preparedness plans immediately. I'll put a lot of information in our email alert that's also posted to our Facebook page this morning as of 7:30, given the details. But some of those uncertainties, and this is some of the big questions we're looking at this time, is we're talking about that subtropical ridge well to the north. That's a high pressure right over there. Sorry, I'm not scribbling with the right thing, but there's a high pressure well to the northwest. That's going to be influencing the steering, the forward motion of this tropical cyclone in the coming days. It's been tracking steadily northwestward, but it's been making a turn toward the west-northwest. The forecast track does indicate a westward motion starting sometime today and going into the overnight hours before turning back toward the west-northwest with a pass somewhere between Rota and Tinian. Now, if this turned to northwest longer, then that track will shift farther north. But if it turns to the west sooner, the shift goes toward the south. If it moves westward longer than forecast, it also moves more to the south. So there's a lot of ifs at this time. We're going to have to watch that closely. The other concern is in the Joint Typhoon Warning Center bulletin this morning at 7 a.m., they mentioned that the atmosphere is optimal for rapid intensification, and that rapid intensification is imminent. So if it's not already started, rapid intensification will likely start very soon. That means that this 80 mile per hour typhoon could become much stronger in 6, 12, 18, 24, 36 hours from now. This thing could jump up a couple of categories of intensity over the next day. So stay tuned and watch that. We don't have an eye formed just yet, but it looks like we're trying to get something to emerge in this area. They did mention that some of the polar orbiting satellites, they're microwave sensors that penetrate through the clouds. Those microwave sensors can depict a well-defined eye within this mess. So we do have an eye there. It's currently overcast with some clouds. This thing is coming together. It's intensifying. This is going to be a monster very soon. This has its crosshairs set right on Saipan Tinian, and the water is south of Tinian, but it could go again southward or northward from this point. We have 3 days for a lot of stuff to happen as far as timing, intensity, and ultimate forecast track across the region.
Well, it absolutely looks like a beast. And, just looking at the size of it and then laying that up against the size of the islands out here, it's just amazing to see this. I mean, is this, and that's just a category 1 right now at just about 80
This
miles.
is just category 1. Yeah.
This
category 1.
This looks like it's going to be the biggest storm that we've got going, not just right now, but I mean, like so far this year.
Well, it's going to compare in size. It's got a large footprint. We've been talking about that in its footprint. It's got a large footprint. And again, even if this is a Saipan-Tinian storm, Guam and Pagan should plan for and anticipate tropical storm force conditions. That wind field is going to be huge. And so we're all going to be feeling it, but whoever's closest is going to be feeling a whole lot more. That's going to affect sea conditions, open water waves, surf, inundation, some storm surge potential, as well as rainfall. Right now, our rainfall numbers, I think, are a bit conservative, and that's going to be changing over the next 48 hours as things come into more resolution as far as where this will be tracking and what kind of speed. It does look like it's holding that forward motion of about 10 to 12 miles per hour at time of passage. We don't see much indication at this time that it's going to be crawling at 3 or 4 miles per hour like Sinlaku did. That's going to be a big plus for this storm, but this one could be stronger than Sinlaku. If it's passing through at 160 miles per hour, Sinlaku was 145. But I guarantee if you're standing outside, you're not going to feel much difference.
Yeah.
You better not be outside.
It's great. You mentioned Angeline. She was my co-anchor when we were at KSPN together about 12 years ago now. And she sent me that same message about those guys. They're thinking about coming out here. I'm like, well, you better get out here soon if you're thinking about trying to get here, because the Star Marianas is going to be closing up shop tomorrow. They're going to be grounding all their flights. Like the time to fly, if you're going to do that, it's now. United is flying people still on Saturday from what we've got.
Yeah, and they might actually deviate from that a little bit. So stay tuned. If you have flights scheduled, be sure you're staying in touch with the air carrier, United Airlines. I was talking to the operations manager out of Tokyo yesterday. So they're watching this closely, and they're going to be pushing the limits on the flights to make sure that the flights can stay as much as possible. But they're going to keep aircraft evacuation and overall safety as a priority. So keep that in mind if you have flights scheduled this week. You might want to start making some plans. But yeah, this is a monster. This is coming our way. This is not a slam dunk forecast. What you're seeing right now, this is not the final solution, the final outcome. It's going to shift. It's going to change just a little bit. But again, it could stay just like this as well. These are all possibilities as we move forward. So plan for the worst, hope for the best. But this is going to be a potential catastrophe for any one of our islands.
This thing, if it does get that rapid intensification, which will exactly what you're expecting, but that thing looks so massive. How far out will the typhoon force winds extend from the eye?
Typically, we see those. You think back to 2015 Sulu. I think the typhoon force winds probably extended 1 or 2 miles from the center.
It's really tight.
Very small contact thing. I think Tinian had no damage, but Saipan had Category 4 type wind damage. This one, we'll probably see those winds start expanding. Let me see in this latest bulletin from 7 a.m. We'll have that information there. So in our text bulletin on the webpage, typhoon force winds extend outward from the center up to 50 miles. So those typhoon force winds are now 50 miles from the center. Tropical storm force winds extend farther, upwards of 160 miles to the northeast and 125 miles elsewhere. So that's the footprint. Again, if it passes over Saipan, Tinian, we're all going to feel it. If it passes over Guam, you will not see typhoon force winds, but you will feel tropical storm force winds. So position, location, and distance, those all matter, but we are still 3 days away for more changes and adjustments to be made.
Well, the Rhoda is 70 miles away from Saipan. So if this passed between Tinian and Rhoda, realistically, Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda could all feel typhoon force winds.
Yeah, absolutely. On the flip side of that, if this is 160 miles per hour and it passes smack in the middle of Rhoda and Tinian, those 160 mile per hour super typhoon force winds, they're going to be tight to that center. So as you go farther away, you're going to go from category 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 winds. And so if it's directly in the middle of Saipan or in the middle of Rhoda and Tinian, the super typhoon force winds may not even touch land. It may just be right over the open waters. That would be a reasonable best case scenario. But obviously a better case scenario is that it keeps going farther northward and passes well north of Saipan.
Well, that's the dream, right? I mean, that it doesn't affect anybody directly. That's the hope on this one. We're learning more about this every time the new updates come out. And, I guess the bigger, since it's a couple days out, the bigger chunks of time is when we finally get some real good information on this. And then it kind of zeroes in. At what point do you think we get to where we got a pretty good certainty of where it's going to go?
Yeah, and this is a big question. We're talking about expectations versus possibilities. And so right now we're keying on likely, anticipated, possible. We're still well outside of the realm of our typhoon watches. Typhoon watches are issued when those tropical storm force winds are possible within 48 hours. So we're still outside of that. We're still very early in the process. So the preparedness actions, the activities, the awareness that's going on right now across the islands, we are way early, and that's fantastic because the buzz is significant on this, and rightfully so, because this is a huge threat. But as we march forward, those possibilities, those anticipations become likely and expected, and that's usually within 24 hours.
Wow.
But I do want to add, Typhoon Mawar, we were within 12 hours of passage, and we were the forecast was carrying this thing over the far southern tip of Guam within a 6-hour period that shifted to northern Guam, and that's 20 miles shift.
Really quick. Hey, this thing is moving pretty fast. Do you anticipate it slowing down? I'm not talking about the wind speed, but the actual movement of the storm.
Yeah, it was moving west-northwest at about, can't read my typing. It was moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. There is a little bit of anticipation that's going to slow down to between 8 and 11 miles per hour. But as it's nearing the islands, we're going to be looking at about 10 to 12 miles per hour passage. So again, it's not as fast as it could be. It's not as fast as it has been, but it's going to be 2 to 3 times faster than Sulaku.
Again, you look for the positives in everything. And for this, that would be it. And that knowing that it's not going to be one of those things where it's a multi-day. We're not looking. You called this early for Sinlaku about it being a multi-day event. Do you anticipate something like that for this?
No, it's going to be more like a day and a half event. And so we're urging people on our timelines. What we're seeing in the forecast is by sunset Sunday, your preparedness plans, actions should all be complete. People should be in safe shelter and hunkered down, because those damaging tropical storm force winds are most possible to arrive Sunday evening. That's going to build through Sunday night to the peak intensity Monday morning with a CPA through the island chain Monday morning. And then the conditions will start to subside through the afternoon and evening hours. So roughly, if you want a ballpark of when the conditions are going to be hazardous, that's going to be sunset Sunday through sunrise Tuesday.
Wow. Well, I would. There's no way we can postpone this, right? Or can we cancel this? Send it away? No.
Well, maybe in 50 years with some meteorological engineering, but right now that is not a possibility.
What if we send a bomb to the middle of the storm? Will that work? We'll just try to dissipate it.
Well, you'd like to think we could all go on the eastern shores and just start blowing real hard and maybe redirect it. But yeah, this is coming. This is going to be a problem for us. And so we're going to have to plan, prepare to the fullest. And like I was telling shoppers last night, it costs you less. Everybody's taking this serious, and we need to plan to the fullest, anticipate a potentially direct hit by a significant typhoon, but hope for the best. If you only come out of this with a tropical storm condition, consider yourself fortunate, because this is likely to be a monster.
Yeah, it's like Black Friday at every store right now, every hardware store. People going in and getting everything.
Literally. I felt like it was. I felt like it was at the gas station and at Costules. I felt like it was festive for a big holiday, but unfortunately for the situation we're in. But people, the spirits were high. People were very welcoming, open, and generally happy and pleasant, which is great. Let's keep that up. Keep looking at each other, keep seeing each other, keep caring for each other, make sure people are aware, prepared, and can do what they need to do.
You know,
get us through it.
You've got all these great words of wisdom and advice and keeping track of all the weather stuff for us and spreading it around. Can you give people a little idea about how many directions you're being pulled in every single minute about people? Hey, can you come on? Can you do a call? Can you do a video and all that stuff?
I was logging my meetings around 11 o'clock last night, all the meetings for the day. I try to keep log for tracking and weather service. I had over 30 meetings and briefings and interviews yesterday alone. I'm averaging about 300 to 500 emails a day, and Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. I don't even have a number for that.
All right. Can you give us the number?
I'm charging my phone about 3 times a day.
How about the number of unread emails that you have?
About to cross over 10,000.
That's awesome. All right. Hey, next significant update that you think that...
Stand back. I'm coming to Miguel. I got Miguel on the phone.
Hey, Miguel. I should call him right now. Hey, when's the next significant update that you expect that we should get?
We're going to have our next bulletin at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and then we're going to roll with it from there.
Think we're going to get a lot changing between now and then?
I don't see that much, but we're going to watch that subtropical ridge, that westward motion, and the rapid intensification. We're going to basically buckle up and hold on for the ride.
All right. Well, hey,
That's where we are.
We'll keep our eyes peeled for all that stuff. Thank you for all that you're doing. I know you're a busy guy, and you got Miguel there. So give him a high five for us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep, we'll do.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Landon Islet. The man, the myth, the legend, and that is how things work. It's just that fast. The guys over there at the National Weather Service are working nonstop for you and for us here in the Marianas. Well, that's going to wrap us up today. I mean, that's going to wrap us up for this. I got work to do. You got work to do, and we're going to keep you updated. So get ready. We'll be back again. The next big update coming at 2 o'clock today. The other big things that you want to remember today, this is the important stuff. The shelters opening today at 3 p.m. in Saipan. That's going to be at Cagman, going to be at MHS, and it's going to be at Coblerville Elementary School. In Tinian, that's going to be at the Head Start and Tinian Elementary School. And in Rhoda, it's going to be Dr. Rita Hokuginos Junior Senior High School. Those are your shelters. They open at 3 p.m. today. If you are staying in a tent, you need to go to the shelter. If you have a temporary roof from the Strong program, you need to go to one of the shelters. If your house was compromised by the storm, you need to go to the shelter. If you need some assistance getting there, call the EOC at 237-8000 or 664-8000. That's where you need to go. That's how you're going to get there. CODA is going to end up getting you there back and forth. And if you have a tent, you need to take it down. If you need help taking that tent down, call the state warning point again, 237-8000, 664-8000. That tent, that roof, that temporary roof, they will not withstand these storms. They were not designed to withstand what's coming our way. So make your plan. You have 2 days there's no reason for you to get all worked up. It's just about being prepared and doing the right thing. If you got neighbors, you got family members, this is the time to help. Help yourself. Make sure your house is good and set for you and your family, and then help everyone else, because you can't help other people unless you're squared away first. All right. Well, we're going to be back again. We're going to keep posting stuff throughout the day, and we're going to get you the latest updates as they come out from the National Weather Service. We get it from the pros and the ones who knows. I know. Don't expect me to be funnier than that. That's all I got. All right, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us. If you haven't followed us already, please do. On Facebook, you can follow us on Instagram and subscribe to us over there on YouTube, as the Tint Man from Dan calls it. And every time you watch it, if you share it, hey, that's awesome. If you can give it a like, that's really big for us too. If you want to give a comment, just say hi. That's awesome. We really appreciate that. But in the meantime, that's going to wrap us up. We'll see you throughout the day, and we'll come up with more as events develop here in the Marianas. We're going to make it. It's going to be fine. It's going to, maybe it'll suck for a little bit, but then we're going to be fine. All right, that's it for us, guys. We'll see you later today. Take care. Take care of each other.